Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got the prejudging for the 2026 Pittsburgh Pro, and it's a hell of a show, man. It's a hell of a show, so it looks like pretty much everybody brought it. Not everybody, but a lot of these guys improved and came in super impressive. For example, Blessing Awodibo, I'm pretty sure is much better. Rafa, however, not that much. Tonio brought it for sure. Brandon looks big and huge. A little bit less conditioned though. Sas Hirati peeled out of his mind. You're going to see that in a second, guys. Peeled out of his mind. Patrick Moore kind of failed to deliver condition. Krizo, in my opinion, improved quite a bit. You're going to see that in a moment, guys. So Patrick Moore failed. He was in the third call out, actually. He just failed to deliver the condition. So yes, I'm saying that a lot of guys brought it. It seems like a lot of them failed to deliver, but the most important guys have improved, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the second call out first. So Rafael Brandao here, not really in the center. They just called them in this order, and they're going to actually remove Rafa from the center, move him to the side, because in this call out, I think Rafa is potentially placing last because he doesn't have the size, he doesn't have the condition. In my opinion, and even in the last show he did New York Pro, he should have placed at least like 6th or 7th, but I guess because of his name and his shape and structure, placing him higher. Now, in the center right here, we had Brandon Curry and Sas Hirati. Obviously, Brandon was much bigger. Because of that, I still have him winning this. But man, the conditioning Sas brought, it's absolutely nuts. This is one of the most conditioned guys I have ever seen in the open class. Without a doubt. Honestly, guys, this level of conditioning, you're going to see it in his individual routine in a moment. His glutes are peeled completely, like all the way. His back, from the front, from every angle. Brandon has more size, but not that much more size. So you guys be my guest and tell me who do you have winning here, but it's close. Conditioning versus fullness and size. Brandon is crazy in the side shots, but from the front and from the back, I don't know. It's kind of close. And again, I have Blessing probably edging out Rafa because Blessing brought it. Like, he's improved. He's more conditioned and he's pretty full, right? Rafa came in full, what I would say, compared to the New York Pro, but I don't think he tightened up. I don't think he got sharper. He just got softer, smoother, but a little bit fuller and bigger, which is not a good look. I think Rafa needs to pause this season, competitive season, and go to his off season and make the freaking improvements because he was not supposed to compete looking like this season. Now, in our first call out, guys, we got, of course, Michal Krizo and Tonio Burton. Now, I watched the live stream and the commentators for Arabia, Dennis James and Ian Valier, they all have Tonio winning this show. Do I see it that way? No. No, I do not. For me, the winner of this show is Michal Krizo. Why is that? I think it's just basic math. I mean, it's very simple. Guys, at a New York Pro, Krizo lost by 1 point. Based on Tyler Mannion, it was a tie, 4 poses to 4, and Krizo lost because Tony was more convincing in the shots that he won. Is that still the case? Well, let's forget about the posing and who was more dominant in which poses. Let's say last show was very close, 1 point difference. Did these guys improve from the last show? I would say Tonio came in pretty much the same, maybe 5% better, if that much. It's probably just different lighting and he looks better, but really it's pretty much the same Tonio. Krizo, however, looks so much better, guys. So much better. I think he improved his fullness quite a bit. I don't think he was probably ever this full. Everything looks super round. Everything is popping out like crazy. Let's take a look at this one more time. So what exactly did Krizo improve? Again, I think he is super blasting full. Everything is just popping out. It's insane. His skin looks thinner. Also the posing, look at that front lat spread, it's better. And then all the other shots, I hate the way he was hitting the side chest. It took him forever to do it. Tonio was just standing there in the pose for like 5 seconds before Krizo hits it. But when he does it, he beats Tonio. At the New York Pro, Krizo won the front double bicep, side tricep, side chest, and most muscular. Tonio won all the other shots. From the back at the last show at the New York Pro, Tonio was so much better, but this time he was still much better, but Krizo improved. Krizo improved quite a bit, guys, especially at back double bicep. He definitely implemented those changes that I talked about. Side tricep as well. He learned how to flex the abs and to just stand there. So even though he was winning it before, he's winning it now even more convincingly. And the biggest change was obviously in his abs and thighs shot. Much better, guys. Much better, guys. And Tonio, even though he's on for sure, and I can see arguments for Tonio being better, again, he's pretty much the same. And Krizo almost won the New York Pro. He almost won, and here he came in so much better. So it's super logical that he should win this. Now, you guys, you might say that I'm biased. I mean, I don't know why would I be biased. I don't know Krizo personally. He's from Europe, and that's it. And for those of you Americans who maybe don't know, Europe is not a country, it's a continent. So yeah, he's close, but we're not from the same country. We don't speak the same language. I like the guy, and I love the physique because it's a big physique, right? I like to see taller, bigger physiques on that stage. Just what draws my eye. I watch these guys, and Krizo is just taking all of my attention. I just keep looking at him. And then I look at Tonio, and I compare him, and yes, I can see that Tonio is winning some shots, especially the back shots, the back double. Tonio's back is probably the second best back in the IBB currently. I would say so. After Derek Lunsford, right? I mean, you can say that maybe Nick has a better back double bicep because of the hamstrings and arms, but as far as the back itself, I would say for sure Derek D'Antonio. You can argue maybe Andrew Jacked as well, but no, I think Tonio's back is just insane. But I'm just still not a fan of his physique that much because of the small stature. And you guys know how I feel about that. I mean, you might say that you don't care about the height of a bodybuilder. If they were a perfect bodybuilder and basically the size of an action figure, you would be happy if they won a show. But for me personally, that's just not it. I agree with Dorian Yates. The best bodybuilder should have certain height. Krizo is, I believe, like 6'1", 6'2", which is that much more impressive. So it's definitely a criteria for me personally. And for a show this big, this important, to have a smaller guy, a former 212 guy, win, I don't see it, guys. I don't like it. I want to see a big, huge, impressive, crazy-looking bodybuilder win this show and all the other important big shows. So let's analyze this pose down, pose by pose. So again, front double bicep, man, it's Krizo all day for me. I don't know what Ian, Fuad, and Dennis saw. They are there in person, so maybe it's different in person, but how different can it be? I mean, just look at the shape, the structure. It's impossible, man. Come on. I mean, Krizo is just so freaking dominant. Look at the legs, the leg width, the leg fullness, the leg details, and then also the size of the arms and of the whole body. It's crazy. The only thing Tonio has here is a smaller waist, and that's it. And that's not enough for me to win a pose. I give front double to Krizo for sure. Front lat spreads. Let's say this one Tonio wins. Mainly because he has big lats. They're popping out. Other than that, man, I have Krizo here as well. He's a bigger guy, huge bodybuilder, massive legs, massive size in the upper body, and he's hitting this pose much better than before. But overall, because of the small waist and the popping lats, and also the way he's doing it, the way his chest stays full and the arms are showing as well, yeah, I give this one to Tonio, but Krizo is much closer than at the New York. Side chest, even though Krizo wasn't hitting this pose for like 5 seconds, while Tonio was hitting it, once Krizo did it, it looked better, you know, and you can argue that Tonio is better, but if Tyler had Krizo winning this one at a New York Pro, and also Ian Valieri and the guys who were commentating the show actually had Krizo winning this one, then I think it's pretty clear that Krizo wins this one. Back double, one pose where Krizo improved a ton. I mean, he definitely learned how to open up more. And this is the third round of posing, so Krizo did start fading a little bit. He wasn't able to completely flex the hamstrings, and he was shaking a little bit, but still, I think he held his own. I think this is the best he ever posed. The back lat spread, not even debate. That's an easy one for Tonio. Side tricep, I would go with Krizo. I think this one is improved as well. Abs and thighs, yeah, sure, give it to Tonio, but it's not that easy. It's not that simple the way it was at a New York Pro. I mean, yeah, sure, Krizo can't win this one with his obliques being wider than his lats almost. But, you know, he has the legs. He did it much better. He's showing the ab separation, crazy arms as well. So even though he's losing this one, it's not that bad, guys. Let's be real. And then the most muscular, Krizo annihilates, destroys Tonio. So, yeah, if all three guys who are watching this show in person, and they're all experts, Ian Valieri is actually a judge too, and they're all saying Tonio is winning, then yeah, let's say Tonio is probably winning. I just don't see it that way, guys. I just can't lie. That's the way I see it. I see Krizo winning this pose simply because he's improved. Antonio is not that much. And it was a 1-point difference. It was extremely close at the New York Pro, so I think Krizo improved enough to win this thing. Anyways, that's going to do it for this Pittsburgh Pro 2026 wrap-up. You guys tell me down below in the comment section, who do you have winning, Krizo or Tonio Burton? Down below in the comments, guys. Subscribe to the channel for the finals later tonight. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.